Hi guys, welcome back to third video of Python series. In the previous video, we learned how Python syntax works and why indentation is important. And in this video, we are going to learn variables and data types, which means how Python stores information in memory. This is one of the most important concepts in programming, so make sure you follow along. So first of all, what is a variable? A variable is used to store data. You can think of variable as a label attached to a value or like a container to store something. Python automatically decides what type of data you are storing. For example, name is a variable and I'm gonna store Python in it. And age is a variable too and I'm gonna store 25 in it. So here name stores text and age stores a number. Python understands this without us telling it. Like we didn't have told the Python language that what this variable is. In some other languages, you have to like initiated this or like create it like this or at least like this. For example, this is a string in C. Okay, so now let's talk about some variable naming rules. Python has some rules for naming variables. I'll write it for you guys. First one is variable names must start with a letter. For example, like this, like name, same. It can be same, but it cannot start with a number, or it cannot contain spaces. For example, this will be a wrong variable name. Yeah. And these variable name are case sensitive. Some valid examples are user underscore name. You can use underscores in variable naming. Okay, I think there's an indent in it. Yeah, there's an indent in. Okay, it's fixed now. Actually, there was a indent in it, like the space thing. So that's why it was throwing an error. Now it's all fixed. And another example can be underscore, then the alphabet. You can just write anything here. And another one is like the normal ones. You can store anything in it. Yeah. You can create your variable like this, but not like this. For example, we have used space here. We started it with a number. And yeah, one also remaining is this one. Like this is also wrong because you used a space between your variable name. So if you break these rules, Python throws an error. So let's talk about what is data types in Python. A data type tells Python what kind of data a variable is holding. Let's look at the most common data types. First one is integer, which is also known as int or int. You can just write it like this. For example, just initiate a variable and then store a number in it. It will auto detect that it's a integer variable. Another one is float. Float is like your decimal values. This is a float value, or anything like even this is a float value. Now the third one is string. It is also known as str in some languages, and this can be seen as hi viewers. And fourth one is boolean. It is also known as bool. Now boolean is like your true or false only. And this one is like normal text. Float is your decimal values. And this one is numbers. Yeah. And Python assigns these types automatically. So now let's talk about checking data types. You can check data type of any variable using the type function. For example, let's initiate a variable named x and give it a value of 100. Now we can use print, and then we can use type function, and then we can just give it the x value. We'll just comment the above code, and now if we run it, we'll get it like this. It's showing the class int. So integer is a class in Python, so it's showing a class int. Now let's talk about, or just check the string type. Now we'll copy it, paste here, and we'll just change it to y. And now we run it. Now it's showing class str. It means string. Python tells us exactly what type of data is stored. Okay, so now let's talk about dynamic typing in Python. Python is dynamically typed, which means a variable can change its type. For example, first let's comment it out. Value 10 and value 10. So pause the video for a second and guess what will be the output of this. And let's check. Yeah, if you try like your answer was this one, then you are right. The same variable now stores a completely different type of data. Why? Because it is dynamically typed. So now let's talk about some common beginners mistake. Beginners use single quotes, double quotes, or parent double quotes like this. Like they'll use like this, which is not the correct way to use them, because 25 is your integer, not your string. You can just use it like this. Python won't treat this as an integer anymore. It will treat it as string. And another beginner's mistake is mixing data types. For example, I am using a variable named age, which stores a integer value, and I am trying to print this thing like my age is, plus for concatenation like this. Now it will throw an error saying type error, can only concatenate str not into string. It means you can only concatenate strings with strings, not integers to string. It means you cannot concatenate this integer with string. If I change this to anything else, for example like this, now it will be printed without any error, because you can concatenate string with string. I think it got confusing a bit. So now let's talk about the correct way. You can print this one. I have to uncomment it like this. You can print it like this. You can use comma and then this. Now you can see it's printed. Or you can use the other method, which is print f and then my age is curly braces, and yeah, we are good to go. And here is the result of the second line. And if you try to print anything that you never initiated or created. Like we don't have any variable named score, and we do this, so it will throw an error, name source score is not defined. So Python throws a name error because the variable was never defined. Yep. Now let's talk about some good variable practices. Always use meaningful variable names. For example, if you are storing someone's age, or like your program is taking users input, your program is taking input of user age, so you can and you should use the variable name of age. Avoid single letters unless used in loops, and don't use variables like this, because if you are checking your code after a long time, you won't get that what this variable was used for. You might say that I'll just add some comments like this. Why add comments when you can just like use like this? Yeah. And good variable names make your code easier to read and debug. Okay, so that's it for the video. In the next video, we will learn how to take input from users and display output properly using Python. And if variables and data types are clear to you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment variables clear below. See you guys in the next video.